Hey, you caught me. I was just playing some mood-enhancing music to prepare myself for the reading of The Raven. So, hey everyone, it's Mrs. Schwartz, and we are going to embark on the reading of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. But before we do that, I want to kind of hold a discussion about a little bit about the background of The Raven and a little bit about Edgar Allan Poe's motives for writing the poem. So, as you can see on the screen in front of you, it's one of America's most famous poems. And in fact, one of the most recognizable first lines of the poem, "Once upon a midnight dreary," is probably one of the most famous lines of a poem written in English. So his spooky raven enters the narrator's house, perched on a bust, which is just a sculpture from the shoulders up of a person that is hanging or sitting above the chamber door. And the bird is a bird, a few words, says nevermore. So the narrator soon learns that but the big, dark, and dreary raven has come to stay. He'll never, ever be free for his lost love, Lenore. And as the story goes on, and as you will see. So I did a little bit of digging and found some interesting factoids about Edgar Allan Poe and his writing of The Raven. And at the time when he was writing this poem, his wife Virginia was suffering from tuberculosis. Well, he loved her very deeply and was just devastated about losing her to tuberculosis, as he had already lost his mother, his brother, his foster mother, and so he knew all too well that the disease would take its toll. And another interesting fact or fiction, you can decide, that Poe supposedly wrote the poem backwards. He crafted every scene, and he probably chose his words to resonate the famous line of The Raven, nevermore, which you can hear that N resound and the R in the last part of the word more. And some say that Poe was just exaggerating about his poetic process to capitalize on this highly successful poem. But who knows? He says that he wrote the poem backwards. Another interesting fact is that he chose the raven because it could talk.
Nevermore. Waka 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 waka. For nevermore. Waka 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 waka.
Now that's pretty impressive. But he also was interested in an owl and perhaps a parrot. But he wanted to keep with the intended tone of the poem, so the raven was the logical choice for his bird. So in 1845, The Raven was published in the New York Mirror, and it was an instant success. Edgar Allan Poe's popularity grew, and he was like a celebrity. Children would kind of follow him along the street and flap their hands and squawk like a raven, and he would turn around and yell nevermore and scare them away. So he became kind of a celebrity with it all. And finally, if you look around the internet or even look around in advertising, The Raven is still probably the only poem that is resonated in different areas of the media. It's the only poem that has an NFL team named after it, the Baltimore Ravens. Poe's poem can resound today not only in television, movies, and advertising, but also in music. TDA graduate Kara Markley founded and named, along with her father, the Celtic band called the Lone Raven. You should check it out. It's pretty good music. There are at least 10 versions of the poem online, and you can hear celebrities recite The Raven. The version that we're going to listen to, that I put together, is by Christopher Walken. And I chose to take some screenshots of some illustrations of a book put together by Ryan Price, who illustrated Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. Let's enjoy.